Let us start the lecture on equation of motion. Before going to equation of motion, we will first discuss about types of forces. We all know we have four fundamental forces. What are those? Four fundamental forces. What are those? First one is gravitational force. Gravitational force. Second one is electromagnetic force. Third one is weak nuclear force, and the fourth one is strong nuclear force. We have these four types of fundamental forces. That means the forces all which we know comes under these four forces. But today we discuss about some other types of forces. That means the types of forces depending upon the variables. You see here how many types of forces there are which are depending upon the variables. Types of forces. First one, constant force. What is it? Constant force. That means the force is constant one. It does not vary. Example, F equal to mg, force, m, mass of the body, constant quantity, g, acceleration due to gravity, constant quantity. That means this force is constant force. What is this force? This force is force of gravity. And the second one is the force which depend upon the position only. That is position dependent force. Some example position dependent force. Let's take an example. F equal to minus kx. F, force which depend upon position. Here is position. And k is the spring constant. All you know. What is this? This is Hooke's law. Hooke's law. And k is the spring constant. Okay. Then third one is velocity dependent force. Velocity dependent force. Let us take an example. Velocity dependent force. F equal to Q. What is Q? Charge of the particle. Then V, velocity of the charged particle, cross B. What is B? B is the magnetic field. Okay. What is this? This is the magnetic force. What is this? This is magnetic force. Actually, this is called Lorentz force. Lorentz force. Then the fourth one. Fourth one is time dependent force. Time dependent force. Alright, time dependent force. Here also we have to take an example for time dependent force. Let us take F equal to Q, charge of the particle, E naught is the electric field. Written here, E naught sin omega t. F equal to Q E naught sin omega t. This type of equation we study in EMT, electromagnetic theory. This is the sinusoidal wave. Sinusoidal wave. Okay? Sinusoidal wave which depend upon the t. Let us start from the first one, that is constant force. That means if a constant force is there in a problem, then how we solve it? What I say? Constant force. Constant force. Just see here. We all know the formula of F. F equal to ma. Okay. Just see here. Take a body here having mass small m. I apply a force here F. Apply force F. What type of force? Constant force. Then the body starts accelerating. A. Okay. Then that means A is constant and F constant. Okay. Just here. How we solve it? From Newton's second law. From Newton's second law. What I study? F equal to rate of change of momentum. Isn't it? F equal to rate of change of momentum. Then put dp by dt in place of F. Just see here. dp by dt equal to m into a. Is not it? Okay. Then we can write mv in place of p, because p linear momentum formula p equal to mv. Yes or no? Just write mv in place of p. mv. And this v is the velocity of the particle. Then m is the mass of the particle, or mass of the body, velocity of the body, equal to mass of the body and acceleration. Okay. Mass is independent of time. Here mass is multiplied with v, and here mass is multiplied with acceleration. Then this mass in this mass is cancelled out, because these two are multiplied. That implies, what do I write here? dv by dt equal to a. Yes or no? Then simplify. dv equal to a dt. Yes or no? dv equal to a dt. Then integrating on both sides. Integrate dv equal to a dt. Integration a dt. Here what is the variable? The variable is v. V is the velocity. The lower limit becomes u, initial velocity, and upper limit is v, final velocity. Here in this case, variable is t, time. At time t equal to 0, velocity equal to initial velocity. At time t equal to t, that is final time. Initial time 0, final time t, initial velocity u, final velocity v. When time is 0, velocity is u, initial velocity. When time is t, the final velocity is v. Then what I got here? After integrating, v minus u, yes or no, equal to, here we get a integration of dt from 0 to t. That implies v minus u equal to a t. Yes or no? That implies V equal to U plus AT. What is this? This is the first equation of motion. Yes or no? This is the first equation of motion. Right here. V equal to U plus AT. First equation of motion. Okay. Now we derive the second equation of motion. What is this? Just see here. What I get? V equal to U plus AT. Just write down. V equal to U plus AT. In place of V, we can write V equal to dx by dt. Time rate of change of displacement is velocity. Yes or no? Just write here. In place of V, just write dx by dt. X is the displacement, equal to U plus AT. Yes or no? Just simplify it. That implies dx equal to U dt plus AT dt. Yes or no? Then integrating on both sides. Integrating on both sides. Integrating on both sides. What do you get? Let's see here. Integration of dx, displacement, equal to integration of U dt. Just here, use the initial velocity which does not depend upon time, plus integration of AT dt. A, acceleration. From first one, I already say A is the constant quantity. It does not depend upon time. Then we have to put the limit, lower limit and upper limit. Start from here. This variable is time, so lower limit is 0. This is also the time variable. Give the lower limit 0. Then upper limit from 0 to t. This is from 0 to t. What is this? This is the displacement. When time t equal to 0, then displacement equal to 0. No displacement. After time t, then displacement let s. That is s. Now I have to solve this. What is this? Just see here. X from 0 to s equal to U comes out. Integration of dt is t from 0 to t. Acceleration does not depend upon time. This is the constant quantity for this constant force. Yes or no? Then acceleration comes out. What left? Integration of t dt. Integration of t dt is t square by 2. T square by 2 from 0 to t. Yes or no? Then just see here. That implies this is s minus 0. That is s equal to U t minus 0. That is t plus 1 by 2 comes out. Half a as usual t square from 0 to t. First put upper limit t square minus lower limit 0. 0 square 0. That means a t square. This is the second equation of motion. Yes or no? What is the second equation of motion? I just write there. S equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. This one is the first equation of motion, v equal to u plus at, and this one is the second equation of motion, which is s equal to ut plus half at square. Let us derive the third one. To derive the third one, first I have to write a equal to acceleration equal to dv by dt. Yes or no? Then just see how I simplify. We can write dv by dt just like this, dv by dx into dx by dt. If we apply chain rule here, then what do you get? You get this one. Yes or no? Chain rule, dx cancel dv by dt. Is it right? Yes or no? Then a equal to, just write dv by dx as it is, and then what right here, dx by dt equal to v. What is this? Dx by dt. I can write v in place of dx by dt. Yes or no? Just write there v. Okay, just here then cross multiplied a dx equal to v dv. Yes or no? Then integrating on both sides, taking integration on both sides, a dx equal to integration of v dv. Yes or no? A constant quantity, it comes out to the integration, and v depend upon v. This is the variable v. Yes or no? Initial velocity, what I say, u, and the final velocity is v. Here the variable is x. Then initially the displacement is 0 and the final displacement is s. Yes or no? Then just see here, a comes out, a integration of dx, x from 0 to s. Yes or no? Equal to, then integration of v dv. What is integration of v dv? V square by 2. Just put the lower limit and upper limit, u1 v. What I get here? Here it becomes s, because s minus 0 is s. As equal to v square by 2 from u to v. First put upper limit v, that is v square, minus, then put lower limit u, that is u square. That means half v square minus u square. Just cross multiplied it. What I get? 2as equal to v square minus u square. Some arrangement. Just take RHS to the LHS and LHS to RHS. V square minus u square equal to 2as. This is the third equation of motion. Yes or no? I write here. What is third equation of motion? V square minus u square equal to 2as. This equation of motion for linear case. If we take the angular case or rotational motion, then what happened? Then what is the equation of motion? Just here. For rotational motion, for rotational motion, what we get? Just write omega in place of v, then omega naught in place of u, alpha in place of a acceleration, and theta in place of s. Linear displacement, angular displacement. Yes or no? Linear acceleration, angular acceleration. Linear velocity, angular velocity. That is final velocity. Linear initial velocity, angular initial velocity. It does not mean omega equal to v. It does not mean omega equal to v. We write omega in place of v. Then just write the equation of motion. B, but write omega equal to u omega naught. Then plus a, in place of a we have to write alpha. Then t, as usual. Time is always time, either it is linear or rotational. Then this one is the first one. Then second one. What is second one? S, in place of S, what are we write? Theta. Theta equal to u, in place of u we have to write omega naught. Then t as usual plus half as usual, constant quantity. Then a, in place of a we have to write alpha. In place of t as usual, t square. Then last one, b square minus u square, in place of u we have to write omega square minus, in place of u you have to write omega naught square equal to 2 constant quantity as usual. In place of acceleration a we have to write alpha, and in place of s we have to write theta. This one is the equation of rotational motion. Yes or no? This is the equation of motion, that is linear motion. This is for the equation of rotational motion. The second one is position dependent force. Let's start the position dependent force. Position dependent force. That means this force depend upon position only. Then what we can write? F is a function of x. F is a function of x, position dependent. Just here. What is the formula for force? F equal to ma, mass into acceleration. We can write a as m dv by dt. Just here, this force must depend upon x, but here depend upon t. So we have to make it position dependent. Then how we can make? Just see here, F equal to dv by dt, m dv by dt. That is m into, in place of dv by dt, how we can write? As like previous derivation, dv by dx into dx by dt. Yes or no? Then what happened? This becomes v, total term becomes F equal to mv dv by dx. This force depend upon x. Yes or no? Just cross multiply. F of x dx equal to mv dv. Yes or no? Now taking integration on both the sides. That means we have to take integration. F of x dx, here we have to integrate integration mv dv. Displacement. What is this? Fx ds, force into displacement, work done. Work done. Force into displacement. Yes or no? Work done equal to force into displacement. Here we can write W in place of force into displacement. Then variable velocity, initial velocity U, final velocity V. Then what happened? M, constant quantity, does not depend upon velocity. That M comes out from the integration, yes or no? Integration of V dV, V square by 2. Now put the limit, lower limit U, upper limit V. Then just see here, W, work done, equal to half M, first put V in place of V, then put minus and the lower limit, yes or no? This becomes V square minus U square. What is this? This is W equal to half M V square minus half M U square, yes or no? First one is half M V square minus half M U square. What is half M V square? Half M V square is the formula for kinetic energy, yes or no? Kinetic energy T equal to half M V square. That is the final velocity. So here we write T final. This one is the initial velocity. We can write here T initial. Put a minus symbol, equal to symbol, that implies symbol W. What is this? T final minus T initial, work done. Then another one. Also you know, for conservative force, I have formula F equal to negative gradient of potential, yes or no? Here V is the potential, yes or no? Delta indicates change in space, that implies F equal to minus dV by dx, yes or no? That is F dx equal to minus dV. Taking integration on both sides, just take integration. What do you get? Fx dx. What is this? Work done. Fx dx, work done. W equal to negative symbol. Now we have to put the lower limit and upper limit. This is the potential. Let us take the lower limit potential is potential initial Vi and upper limit is potential final Vf. Okay. Then what happened? Integration of dV, V. Lower limit Vi, upper limit Vf. That is W equal to minus, first just put upper limit Vf and then lower limit Vi. Yes or no? First equation, second equation. From first and second equation, what do you get? T final minus T initial equal to minus of V potential final minus potential initial. Yes or no? We get this from the first one, T final minus T initial, and this one from the second one, V final minus V initial. Yes or no? This is all about position dependent force.